My main goal today, I would say, is just get the subframes painted and prepped and ready to be utilized and put underneath the car. We have coilovers coming in within the next few weeks from BC Racing DS series. Let's see here. We got some wheels coming in, some MST Time Attack 16x8s with a 20 offset. Currently looking at the Nitto Neogens I think I want to put on it, but my main goal for the end of the summer is to get the car rolling and, you know, moving on its own terms, per se. I think the steering rack situation that I got going on right now is probably going to be the biggest issue because it's encased inside of the front subframe, so it's a little bit of a bitch to fucking get back in. And my dumbass, being young, decided last year to take it apart before I was even ready to do anything. So now all the bolts and brackets are kind of misjumbled everywhere in my fucking toolbox. But I mean, other than that, it's going pretty smooth. It's completely stripped. You guys will see it when we get there. Yeah, I mean, that's really it. That's really the goal for today, is just get the subframe down, ready, painted. Maybe start putting some shit on it. I do want to try and drop the rear subframe, but my only problem is when I bought the car, it had a half a tank of gas in it, and I was stupid and didn't fucking siphon it out. So currently sitting with half a tank of gas in it. So the whole fuel system, I'm probably just gonna replace the tank and straps and everything, because I already priced it out. It's for like a few $100s, which isn't too bad. I'd rather have everything new while I'm under there. The only thing that I'm really missing from getting the car rolling now is I do have to order. I just did the steering knuckles. I'll throw up a picture on the screen, but I do need to order the lower ball joints, because I'm going for a roll center ball joint, so that way when we lower the car and it's got its camber and everything that it needs, when the alignment's, you know, dialed, the lower ball joints typically, and with the stock Honda ones, the OE ones, when you lower the car, it's just too much stress because the geometry isn't just, it's not right. So they snap. And on my last Accord that my father now drives, that has happened probably about 4 or 5 times between both sides. So going with the roll center ball joint is definitely going to help a lot in avoiding that issue. Obviously, along with having like the adjustable camber arms and the control arms and everything, so it'll be pretty smooth once everything's put together. As for the rear end, I already have the adjustable uppers. I do have to buy the tow arms. It's like a 4-piece kit. It's like $300. The lateral arms and the trailing arms, I unfortunately can't get adjustable. It's okay. I really don't need them to be adjustable. Those are pretty stationary, especially with the trailing arm having the brake hose bolted to it, which is kind of a stupid design in my opinion. So for the lateral arms and the trailing arms, I'm just going with some fucking parts store fucking control arms, because like honestly I don't really care. I'm already putting enough money into this thing, so it doesn't really matter to me. If I ever have to replace them, they're right there, they're cheap, they're easy to fix. So I would pretty much complete the rear end. I do have to get the bearings to pop off the old ones and slide on the new ones, but obviously I'll get to that when I can. And other than that, that's really it. I still have the steering rack, everything, and obviously I do want to clean up the engine bay a little bit and get it prepped, so when I do order the wiring harness for the Haltech ECU, I can just plop it right in and not have to worry about anything. As for future plans, I do want to get the interior also prepped and ready by the end of the summer. At the moment, I just plan on having the rear end stripped, running just the two front door cards, carpet, headliner, 2 bucket seats, a couple things like that. You know, just keep it simple. No AC, no heat. You know, I'm probably gonna put a sound system in it, and by sound system I mean like a fucking wireless speaker, because I don't really, you know, intend on driving it too much on the streets compared to the track. I do apologize for the quality of the sound and how shaky the video is. I'm just using my phone at the moment so I can go get myself a little GoPro or a camera or something. Kind of just starting off basic, not really trying to spend a lot of money, because if this channel does go anywhere, then I will put, you know, a little bit of time and money into it to invest. But at the moment, I'm just doing this for fun, just to record my progress, just to keep myself going, I guess is the way to say it. When I first got the car and started doing the swap and building the chassis, I was really motivated. I was always working on it any chance I got. And then as soon as winter came around, it just like I dropped it. Most I did during the winter is strip down the motor and prep the block and get it ready. Completely ready to go. It's completely stripped and cleaned. It's honed. I just need to wipe up the outside of the block itself and mask off some areas and paint it. Otherwise, it's pretty clean. It's ready to go. Alright, so here is the front section of the front subframe that I was talking about. I did go over this and wire brush it for what I could and painted it up with the roll bar and chassis paint. But as you can see, there's still some rust that was hidden underneath. Now, I'm honestly not too worried about it, because I even tried doing the second half correct way, and there's still rust coming through. So I'm just gonna paint them and run them for now, just so I can get the car rolling. And at some point in the future, I'm probably gonna pick up a second set of subframes from a pull yard and do it the proper way. We'll get them sandblasted and powder coated to match the car. And yeah, so project for now, get these painted. Once these are painted, can move on to the next thing. For those interested, here is the car, completely stripped, ready to be built. I still have to take out the AC and heater system, drop the rear end, but this whole chassis is clean. I gotta cut off the rear bumper support mounts because those were rotted. Those are replaceable though. They just fucking buy a new one, 130 bucks. This right here is the only rot on the car. That is structure, and that'll be getting cut out and replaced. But everything's clean. Underneath the engine bay is clean. We'll go under there in a little bit. Alright, touch-up's coming out pretty good. Looking nice on this one. Started painting this one. Only problem is ran out of fucking paint. So a little bit of a predicament. I'm just gonna wait a little bit to go grab paint because I'm going to pick up a couple buddies. They're gonna be coming over to lend a hand. But for the time being, I might actually continue trying to prep the dash for paint. So I think I'm gonna strip all the like SRS like wires and like the airbag wires like out of the dash because I'm not running airbags in the car, obviously. Take out all the harness pretty much for like the cluster itself, besides the radio harness, because I'm thinking about running one. I know I said earlier I was just gonna run a speaker, but I just want to keep it there just in case I decide to, you know, switch things up and run that. So yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do right now. Here's the dash. It's obviously tan at the moment. That's what the stock interior color is, like a brownish tan, but this is gonna be black. I have started taking out the harness. This is it, yellow harness. Goes to this airbag, and I went to the steering wheel. The airbag's obviously gonna be coming out. These air ducts are gonna be coming out. There's no point really having them, because I don't have heater AC. So this dash is just gonna get stripped. And for the people asking, no, I'm not gonna worry about those. It doesn't really bother me. It's just surface rust. It's a fucking dash bar. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I might take the actual cover off itself, plastic, to paint. And I also think I might have to do that anyways, just to get this shit out. So yeah, it'll be a little bit of a process, but once it's done, and it'll look good. So after this, hopefully by the time I'm done with this and I got this prepped up a little bit for paint, we'll be able to go get the paint for this, along with picking up my buddies. And yeah, on that, we're just gonna be using, where is it? This stuff right here. Just some duplicolor vinyl and fabric. And then I also have clear coat if needed. I know I started the other interior panels like kind of end of summer, early fall last year, and the moisture kind of fucked them up, and that was my own doing. So those are gonna have to get recoated. But after that, everything should look nice. I got a black carpet for it in the back of the garage. Yeah. Here, obviously, I'm gonna order the seats and I'm gonna order the steering wheel. I'm kind of having a hard decision picking between like a Momo or a Sparco. I'm not really sure yet. I just want something that's kind of like, I guess, old school looking, is the way to put it. Like, for example, like the steering wheel and the Prelude kind of reminds me of like an old Porsche wheel. I'll show you right now. Kind of reminds me of like an old Porsche wheel, the style of it and the shape of it. So I know that some of the Momo Sparcos and Nardis have that similar shape, but obviously they're dished. This is what I'm gonna need, because once I get the bucket seats in there, I'm definitely gonna be sitting a lot lower and a lot farther back than a normal seat would be. So it's just one step at a time right now. But we got everything planned out. We got everything priced up, and it's just gonna take some time to save up the money, get it all done. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. I do want to make some content of the Prelude on this channel at some point. I haven't really decided what. I do know what I want to do with the car, I just don't want to spoil it. But definitely will say there will be a motor swap for that car in the far future, depending on how long I keep it. I do plan on keeping it for a pretty long time, so hopefully that pans out and works. But for the time being, we're going to finish this Accord, and yeah, that's pretty much it. All right, a little update. I currently got all of the duct stuff, all the plastics out. I'm working on doing the airbag right now, the passenger airbag. I'll show you guys that. Trying to get this out right now. Should just be these 4 bolts, but it's always something that we run into. Got all the wiring, all the duct out, so it's pretty simple. I'm just trying to figure out where everything goes. I do have a manual, so I'm going to be taking a look at that to kind of, figure out what's what on the wiring harnesses, see what I need, see what I don't need. But other than that, I mean, everything's going pretty smooth. Once that's out, I'll clean up this, make it look pretty, and then I'll get to painting the actual plastic itself. So that way we can have a nice black dashboard. And yeah, I mean, that's really it right now. Gonna be going to get the paint for this stuff soon, so we're gonna do that later. Yeah, around for a little bit and you'll see the final results. Hopefully it comes out good. All right, the dash cover is now off. Got the whole bar separated by itself, all the wiring over here. It was a little bit of a pain in the ass, but I got it done. Took probably about like 30 minutes, 35 minutes. Yeah, so now I'm gonna go run to the store, grab some paint, and we'll get these finished up, and we'll get painting to this dash. And then, yeah, from there we'll probably figure out what's going on with the wiring harness, see what's what, see what I need, see what I don't need. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll see you in a little bit. We got bro here now. We got bro here now. Got Kyle on block. Hold on. What are you doing? What we got you doing, Leland?
I'm taking out the speakers.
Some speakers and some sheet belts.
Yes, sir.
Leland's gonna be taking out the rest of the interior. Rear deck and the speakers, headliner, door panels, upper plastics, and the heater and AC system. Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Hey, what's you doing?
I'm over
What are you doing?
this shit.
What are you doing? Hell yeah.
$1 bills.
We got these bitches all coated up. Painted. Done. All looking nice and shit until, okay, until the weather hits them. What you doing?
In the bed. Watching TikTok.
Whoa. The subframe put back together. Shit's looking spicy. The control arms on that, that's just gonna be looking good.
At some point we got a 1v1. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah. Bruh. This is all taken apart, ready to go. Hit that bitch with acetone. We're gonna hit that bitch with paint. Leland's got the doors out. I'm gonna zip tie these right here. The window switches, still got the door handles. Coming together. He's working on taking that out right now. We're waiting on a DoorDash. It's coming together one step at a time. One step at a time. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? One step at a time. What? 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 One step at a time. Yeah, we got the dash done and painted. That bitch looking nice, drying up. Looks factory.
Look, stop.
Honestly, not bad. Came out better than the other pieces.
Stock black to me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I did put clear coat on this side just to see if there was a difference. I do see it on the camera. There's a shinier difference. But I don't know. I kind of like it without the clear coat. I guess we'll find out. Door panel's coming off for the front. Yep. Those are gonna be painted black. Headliners painted black. Got a black carpet like I mentioned before. It's gonna look nice. I think we could have the interior in by tomorrow, to be honest. We could have most of it in. We just need to get the engine harness out. That's gonna be a pain. Stuck in the corner, but yeah. We got the dash painted. All the parts. Everything painted. Ready to go. Yep. That's a day. A day's over. Goodbye.